There's a cold sore forming on your face and your sister's wedding Saturday. Or maybe it's your first date, or you're standing in front of your entire team on Monday morning and you know the only thing people are gonna look at is your cold sore. You basically are your cold sore. But there's one window in every outbreak where what you do decides whether it's gonna heal in 3 days or 6 days or 12 days. So I'm gonna walk you through every single stage of an outbreak, tell you what's happening, how long it's gonna last, what you can expect in each one, and how exactly to catch the window before it shuts to heal as fast as possible. Stage 1, the tingle, the itch, the burn. Before you can see it, it pleasantly tells you that it's coming. It's the worst feeling in the world because it seems like you've always got something important happening when you get that tingle. But this is the one point in the entire outbreak where you can change the trajectory. You can change what happens. If you treat it with red light therapy at this stage, you can actually stop it from forming. Clinical studies show that this happens with some frequency. And if you don't, and you still have a cold sore form, it can speed up the healing significantly. Stage 2, the blisters form. Within usually a day or two of the tingle, a cluster of these small, clear, fluid-filled blisters show up. And it's a lot of times right on the border of your lips and your skin. Some people have them that dance all around their face, but they're painful. They're swollen and they can already spread to someone else. That's important to understand. Don't pop them if you can control it, but if they do, be sure that you use a tissue, or better is like an alcohol swab, because that treats it, because that's filled with the virus. When it happens, be sure not to touch your eyes and wash your hands as soon as possible. Stage 3 is the worst, when they break open and they merge into one big, sometimes it's called a weeping, what a great term, sore. And this is when you're the most contagious and most likely to spread it, right? And it's not just from kissing people, it can be utensils, towels, lip balm, or just touching it and getting it on your hands and touching something else and someone touches it. So be sure that you keep your hands away from your mouth. Stage 4 is the scab, usually around day 5 or 6. That's when the sore dries up and it gets a crust on top of it. A lot of times it's kind of a yellowish brown color. But this is the stage where a lot of people make a big mistake. What do? The temptation is there. They pick at it, they peel it, they play with it. They feel like they're helping, but they're not. You know, they feel like, oh, it's healed. I'm just gonna pull it off a little bit, right? I'm just gonna rub it. No, it's your body's barrier. It's doing so much work underneath that when you pull it off, it resets the clock. And even when you're constantly touching it and testing how much it's healed, it slows down the healing. So just keep your hands away from it, no matter how tempting it may be. Stage 5, you're starting to make some progress. You're not contagious anymore. There's no scab, there's no redness, there's no tenderness. That's not when the scab falls off. It's when the underlying skin has fully healed. Be sure that you put on a good lip balm. You want to keep it moist. Don't expose it to the sun. We know that UV triggers outbreaks, but at this point, the cells are very new. They've just healed. So be sure to do everything you can to give them an advantage to get strong, healthy, and mature. Now, we talked in this video about red light therapy. If you're interested in trying that out, just be sure you get a device that works. The only way you can do that is to be sure it has a 510K indication from the FDA. If you go to Amazon or these other sites, you'll see all these cheap products. None of them have 510Ks, and you'll see that because they would have it on the product if it did. That just means the FDA says it's safe. They say it's effective because it's powerful enough, and most people don't want to spend the money to make a device that's that powerful, or to actually file with the FDA, go through all the studies, submit all the paperwork that's necessary, but that's what you need to be sure that it's safe and effective. Now, in the next video, I'm gonna go through all of the clinical data testing all of these different, it could be wives' tales, it could be lysine, it could be Abreva, so you can actually see how effective each one is and make a decision for yourself which one's right for you.